Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sublimating on glass is a fantastic way to create custom drinkware, mugs, and tumblers with bright, vibrant colors and a professional finish. But glass sublimation can be tricky. Getting the right pressure, time, and heat settings is essential for a perfect transfer. In today's video, I'll walk you through how to sublimate on glass using both the PYD tumbler press and the Cricut Mug Press. These two methods have different pros and cons, and I'll go over the steps, best settings, and common troubleshooting tips so you can get seamless, high-quality glass sublimation prints every time. Before we get started, make sure you visit my website, link in the description below, or search for my brand Color Vistas online for more resources. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more similar videos. Now, let's jump in. Getting started. Preparing the design. Before pressing anything, the first step is preparing the sublimation design. This can be done using Canva, Silhouette Studio, Photoshop, or any design software. The design should be sized correctly to fit the glass, and always remember to mirror the image before printing. This ensures the design transfers correctly onto the tumbler. Once the design is ready, it's time to print. An Epson EcoTank sublimation printer, sawgrass printer, or any converted sublimation printer works best for this. For printer settings, it's recommended to set paper type to premium presentation, matte, print at high quality, turn off bi-directional printing for sharper details, enable Adobe RGB color mode, mirror the image before printing. After printing, let the sublimation ink dry for a few minutes before handling it. Wrapping the glass with the sublimation print. Now, let's move on to wrapping the glass tumbler with the sublimation print. The glass should be cleaned with alcohol and a lint-free cloth to remove any dust, fingerprints, or oils that could affect ink transfer. The sublimation print should be placed face down onto the glass surface and wrapped tightly to avoid air gaps or shifting during pressing. Heat-resistant tape is needed to secure the design. To prevent ghosting, extra tape should be applied along the top and bottom edges to hold the wrap firmly in place. One key difference when using the Cricut Mug Press is that glass can be more difficult to press because the machine doesn't provide as much pressure as a tumbler press. This is where silicone wraps come in. They help add the necessary pressure for an even transfer. Sublimating glass in the Cricut Mug Press. When using the Cricut Mug Press, an additional silicone wrap insert is needed to provide extra pressure since glass blanks are thinner than ceramic mugs. These silicone wraps come in different thicknesses, but the best choice is usually the 1.5 mm green silicone wrap, which fits snugly without making the pressure too tight. After inserting the silicone wrap, the Cricut Mug Press should be preheated before placing the glass inside. The pressing sequence follows these steps. Place the glass tumbler inside with the seam facing away from the open slot. Set a timer for 4 minutes, then rotate 90 degrees and press for another 2 minutes. Flip the tumbler upside down and press for another 3 minutes to ensure even heat distribution. Rotate the tumbler one last time and press for another 2 minutes. After pressing, the glass should be placed on a heat-resistant mat to cool. Wearing heat-resistant gloves is highly recommended, as glass retains heat and can cause burns. Once the tumbler has cooled slightly, the sublimation paper and tape can be carefully peeled away to reveal the design. If any ghosting or faded spots are visible, it may be due to uneven pressure, improper tape application, or insufficient pressing time. Sublimating glass in the PYD tumbler press. For those using a PYD tumbler press, the process is slightly different, but often provides more consistent pressure and heat distribution compared to the Cricut Mug Press. The first step is adjusting the pressure setting to ensure a firm but not overly tight grip on the glass. If the pressure is too loose, the design won't transfer fully. If it's too tight, there's a risk of the glass cracking. The pressing steps for the PYD tumbler press are: preheat the press to 360 degrees, 182 degrees, and set the timer for 120 seconds. Insert the wrapped glass tumbler into the center of the heat press. Press for 120 seconds, then rotate the tumbler 180 degrees and press for another 120 seconds. Remove the tumbler from the press using heat-resistant gloves, then place it on a heat-safe surface to cool. Once cooled, carefully remove the sublimation paper and tape to reveal the final design. If the tumbler press has a wide heat gap, an alternative two-turn method can be used. Instead of pressing the tumbler in 2 rotations, the press can be set to 360 degrees Celsius for 80 seconds per turn, rotating the glass in 3 steps instead of 2. This ensures all parts of the tumbler receive even heat exposure. The main advantage of using a tumbler press instead of the Cricut Mug Press is that pressure and heat settings can be controlled manually, leading to more consistent transfers with fewer issues like ghosting or uneven prints. Comparing the 2 methods, Cricut Mug Press versus PYD Tumbler Press. Both the Cricut Mug Press and the PYD Tumbler Press can successfully sublimate glass, but they each have their own strengths. Cricut Mug Press. Easier to use for small-scale projects. Ideal for those who already own a Cricut setup. Requires silicone wraps to apply the right pressure. Takes longer due to multiple rotations and presses. PYD Tumbler Press. Provides better pressure control for more even transfers. Works faster. Only 2 rotations needed instead of 4. Can handle a wider variety of glass blanks. Allows for adjustable time and temperature settings. For those who only sublimate occasionally or already have a Cricut setup, the Cricut Mug Press can work with the right silicone wraps. However, for higher volume production or better control over results, a dedicated tumbler press like the PYD model is the better option. Sublimating on glass requires the right amount of pressure, temperature, and time to achieve vibrant, long-lasting prints. Whether using the Cricut Mug Press with silicone wraps or a PYD tumbler press, following the correct steps is key to getting the best results. If seamless full wrap designs with less risk of ghosting are the goal, a dedicated tumbler press will provide faster and more consistent results. But for small-scale projects, the Cricut Mug Press can still get the job done with a few extra steps and adjustments. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. You can visit my website, link in the description below, or search for my brand Color Vistas online for more resources. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more similar videos. See you in the next video. Music fades out.